Hello there class, today we're going to talk about forest ecosystem. So what is a forest ecosystem? So basically, a large area of land that is covered in trees and other woody plants and filled with living animals. Okay? So basically, dapat alam nyo na kung how a forest looks like no at your age. So what are the different types of forest ecosystems? Temperate, tropical, and boreal ecosystems, forest ecosystems. So let's talk about the temperate forest muna. So temperate forests are basically located in these areas. Temperate refers to in moderation in terms of temperature. Anong ibig sabihin ng in moderation? So hindi siya gaanong following the next information that we have. It never gets really hot like in the rainforest or really cold like in the taiga. Okay. So, in other words, sakto-sakto lang. Just like when you are, how your parents warn you in terms of eating chips and drinking mga soda. No? In moderation. Paminsan-minsan, not always. So, basically, in this definition, hindi siya paminsan-minsan, pero sakto lang. It refers to the temperature not being too cold and too hot as well. Sakto lang. So, the deciduous temperate forests are usually located between the equator and the pole. So, yan. Somewhere there lang yan. So, equator, ibig sabihin ito yung equator natin. Of course, I hope that you know what an equator is. Alam nyo na yung equator? So, we have our north pole here and our south pole here. So, deciduous temperate forests are usually located between the poles. So, isa na yan. And the other one, another pole. Ganon din. So, in between. Well, of course. Saan pa nga ba sila mag-form kung hindi sa between poles and the equator, no? So, anyway. And, isa pa dito sa temperate forest that all 4 seasons are present. Okay? So, yun ang maganda dito sa, I mean, not maganda, pero ito yung compared to other types of forest. Actually, especially the next one. Itong temperate forest na to basically experiences all 4 seasons. Okay, what are these 4 seasons? Winter, spring, summer, fall. Or autumn ang tawag sa ibang places. Okay? So, tropical rainforest. The tropical rainforest receives a lot of rain in 1 year, just like in the Philippines, no? Nag-experience tayo ng malakas na ulan and maraming ulan. Hence the name. That's why nga tropical rainforest, because basically it receives a lot of rain. No? But despite the amount of rain, rainforests are very warm and humid because of the location. Kung saan sila matatagpuan, if you notice. In the area ng equator nga, where this area basically faces the sun most of the time, especially pag straight talaga yung earth. Kunwari ito yung earth, ito yung equator, and then the sun is here. So the amount of heat receiving that is being received by the equator is mas malakas compared to the area na nandito sa Earth. 'Di ba? So, that explains it. Kung bakit parating umuulan and bakit mainit masyado. Okay, kasi tropical in this area sa equator, tayo man talaga nag-experience ng mas maraming ulan. Okay. And of course, pinakamainit. That's why we only have sunny and rainy seasons. Unlike yung kanina, nakaka-experience sila ng 4 seasons. Okay. So, the Boreal, or also known as the Taiga Forest. Okay, another name for Boreal is the Taiga Forest. Okay, another term yan. Located in the far north. So, nandito lang yan. It's only here. Wala na sa ibang places. In this area lang of the world. So, considered as the driest and coldest of the 3. Sa sobrang lamig, nagiging dry na siya. Kasi nga sobrang, like for example, ice. If you are going to open your freezer, ice is supposed to be wet. Pero because of the extreme temperature in your freezer, everything is actually dry. Napaka-dry niyan. Yun lang, pag matouch ninyo because of the temperature of your hands, nagme-melt yung ice sa kamay ninyo. So, Boreal is the largest among the land biomes. Okay, so mga basic information lang yan. We have 3. Yun na yung kanina, balikan natin. The temperate, we have the tropical rainforest, and the boreal. Okay, yan ang tatlong basic. Another name for boreal is the Taiga forest. Okay, the importance of forest. It reduces the forces of wind, no? The force of winds whenever a typhoon is present. Okay, so kapag walang, imagine nyo yan, if there are no trees in this area, so most likely kung may mga houses dyan, madadamay. Pero syempre sa forest wala naman masyadong houses. But somehow, referring to the other areas, kasi syempre malaking area yan ang forest eh. So it basically protects whatever area is present where the wind hits after being hit sa forest. Okay. So it provides us food like fruits and vegetables. Okay, so marami yan. It is home to wild animals. So yan ang pinaka-importante, of course. And hindi pala pinaka-importante kasi ito pala ang pinaka-importante. The main source of oxygen because of the presence of trees. Okay, you should know by now na talagang nagkakaroon tayo ng oxygen because of trees. Because kung walang trees, then wala tayong oxygen. Okay? Okay, conserve our forest. Do not cut down trees in forest. You already know. Tingnan nyo yung itsura dito. Look how sad this picture is. Dan pang nawawala. Okay, cutting down trees can cause flooding and landslide. Paano nagkakos ng flooding and landslide ang forest? Ang cutting down of trees. So if you notice yung mga, if you have experienced or have seen someone digging a hole, yung medyo deep, at some point, that person will reach an area where there is still water. Underground. So if there are trees, mga big trees, bakit big trees? Para syempre yung mga roots nila aabot talaga sa baba. Basically, they are going to suck the water. No? I-absorb nila yung tubig na present doon. So, just imagine if in this case, in this scenario, in this situation where there are no trees, pag walang mga puno, if there are no trees, anong mangyayari? No roots to suck the water. So, ibig sabihin that the soil will easily be flooded. Hindi agad-agad mag-absorb yung soil ng water. So, that's a disadvantage. Okay? That's why trees are very important. No, don't cut them because they can basically, yun na nga, one is supplying oxygen sa atin at saka isa is yung flooding nga. Okay, I have explained already sa flooding and landslide, the same lang din because of the presence of the trees, presence of the roots. The roots are basically holding the soil together. Okay, siya nag-hold ng soil together. Another disadvantage why we need why basically we need to conserve our forests, no, is because animals will lose their home. Wala silang matitirahan. Roots make the soil stronger by holding them together. So that's one reason that basically leads to landslide if wala. That's why it is important for that we don't cut down trees. Okay, one is for flooding, the other one is for landslides. Okay. Minimizing the supply of oxygen. Kasi if we cut down nyo yung trees, magmi-minimize ang supply of oxygen. Just like sa movie na to. Diba? Anong movie to? This is called the Lorax. Okay? So, if you notice sa start pa lang ng movie that this guy is always reminding this guy not to cut down trees. Kung pwede as much as possible. But this guy is cutting down trees kasi nabebenta niya. Kumukuha siya ng mga raw materials from the trees to do something from it and sell it to people, earning money. Yes, you'll have money, but what happens next? Tingnan nyo. No more trees to cut. Anong nangyayari dun sa kabilang part ng city? They have oxygen, but they have to pay for it. They, mga tao, sila nagsasuffer. Diba? So, that's why, even though it's just a cartoon, pero it hits hard. Talagang on point yung lesson. Okay? So please do conserve our forests. Okay? So that's basically it.